What if a machine the size of a pizza box could find a tank and destroy it completely on its own? No pilot, no remote control, no human decision. On March 9th, 2024, a $500 drone destroyed a $10 million Russian T-90M tank in 47 seconds. The crew died before the alarm could sound. The operator 200 miles away was eating lunch when the strike report came through. This isn't the future of war. This is happening right now. In Ukraine, AI drones now cause 62 to 70% of all confirmed military losses. Tanks, armored vehicles, air defense systems, destroyed by machines costing less than a new iPhone. In the South China Sea, the U.S. Replicator program is deploying thousands of autonomous drones to counter Chinese naval expansion. And in June 2025, Ukraine launched Operation Spiderweb, 117 autonomous drones striking Russian nuclear bomber bases simultaneously, destroying 14 aircraft in a single night, the largest autonomous air attack in human history. These drones don't get tired, they don't hesitate, they decide in milliseconds, and nobody has figured out how to stop them. Before 2022, autonomous weapons were theoretical. Then Russian tanks started exploding in Ukrainian fields, hit by drones costing less than a soldier's monthly salary. Within months, both sides were launching thousands of drone missions every day. For soldiers on the ground, the sky became a constant, invisible threat. You couldn't see them coming. You couldn't hear them until it was too late. By 2025, drones costing $400 routinely destroyed tanks worth $5 million. Then in February 2026, an autonomous combat drone raced against the world's best human fighter pilots. The AI didn't just win. It won easily. Its processing speed was beyond anything human nerves could match. Every military on Earth reached the same conclusion. Whoever masters autonomous drones first will dominate every future battlefield. But what makes these systems truly unstoppable isn't just their accuracy. It's a brutal economic truth, turning a century of military logic upside down. A modern battle tank costs around $10 million to build and crew. Years of engineering, months of training. Now a $500 FPV drone with basic AI can destroy one in under a minute. Imagine being the soldier inside. You're sitting in what you've been told is the most protected vehicle on the battlefield. Then a faint buzzing, a flash, and everything vanishes in fire. The protection was always an illusion. The cost ratio reaches 1 to 25,000. $1 of drone capability against $25,000 of armored steel. For decades, military dominance required vast industrial capacity. Only superpowers could compete. Now a country with modest factories and clever engineers can threaten the world's most advanced militaries. And here's what makes it terrifying. The defenses we spent billions building are suddenly worthless. For decades, stopping enemy drones was simple. Jam the GPS, cut the signal. Watch the drone fall. Western militaries invested billions in electronic warfare and felt secure. That security shattered the first time they faced true AI. You activate your $2 million jamming array and watch the drone keep coming. You increase power to maximum, still coming, because this drone doesn't need a satellite signal. It sees with its own cameras. It navigates with its own processor. It thinks with its own neural network. Modern AI drones use computer vision, no external signals required. Some Ukrainian models even use fiber optic cables, thin as fishing line, that are physically impossible to jam. The counter-drone market is exploding from $600 million to $2.7 billion by 2030. Not from confidence, from desperation. But one unjammable drone is manageable. 100 coordinated drones hunting as a single intelligence is something else entirely. Imagine the sky filling with dozens of contacts moving with eerie coordination. They move like a flock of starlings, fluid, adaptive, intelligent. But these aren't birds, they're killers. Every shot you fire, the swarm adjusts instantly. Every move you make, the collective anticipates. Modern drone swarms use decentralized networks. No command node, no leader to eliminate. If you destroy 10 drones, the remaining 90 automatically redistribute tasks and continue. In Operation Spiderweb, Ukraine's 117 drone assault overwhelmed Russian defenses through sheer coordination. Total cost, under $120,000. Traditional defense systems bankrupt themselves stopping attacks that cost pocket change. But swarms need to be launched from close range. What if a drone could fly 200 kilometers deep and then release its own hunters? That nightmare is operational. Ukraine's Gog-M mothership travels over 200 kilometers into Russian territory, then opens and releases two smaller attack drones. These hunters scan terrain, identify targets, and strike autonomously. No human controls the final decision. Think about being a logistics officer 200 kilometers from the front. The war feels distant, then a drone appears over your depot at 3 a.m., identifies fuel trucks through thermal imaging, and strikes before you can react. Distance no longer equals safety. By mid-2025, Ukrainian motherships had completed over 1,000 combat missions. Russia responded with V-2U autonomous drones that Ukrainian soldiers called doves. Bitter irony, since nothing peaceful came on those wings. The most terrifying advantage AI has isn't hardware. It's that it never stops. Human soldiers have biological limits. After 12 hours of combat, focus fades. After 3 days without sleep, decisions collapse. AI doesn't fatigue. It doesn't fear. It simply never stops. For soldiers facing autonomous drones, this becomes psychological torture. You need rest. The machine hunting you doesn't. You close your eyes for 20 minutes. It's been watching the entire time. Every nation fears falling behind means vulnerability, so every nation keeps building. Ukraine manufactures thousands monthly. Meanwhile, international summits call for restrictions, then delegations return home and increase funding for the same research. Technology moves at software speed, diplomacy at consensus speed. Experts warn of accidental escalation, autonomous systems misreading signals and triggering conflicts faster than humans can stop them. Imagine this. It's 2027. A Chinese swarm crosses into contested airspace near Taiwan during a storm. Taiwanese AI defenses interpret it as attack and auto-launch interceptors. Chinese algorithms read that as hostile and execute retaliation. Taiwan's systems escalate, all in 11 seconds. By the time a general picks up the phone, 140 drones have engaged. The war started itself. This isn't science fiction. This is the endpoint of systems we're deploying now. War is no longer human versus human. It's algorithm versus algorithm. And humans are spectators in conflicts we can't control. We created these weapons to protect soldiers. Now they make life and death decisions without us. $500 drones killing $10 million tanks. Swarms that self-heal. Algorithms choosing who dies. Machines that start wars faster than you can read the sentence. And the most dangerous part? We've lost the ability to stop what we've started. The race isn't about who builds the best AI. It's about whether we'll recognize the world those AIs create. If this changes how you see the future, subscribe. Should AI decide who lives and dies on the battlefield? Tell me in the comments, because this conversation is the only weapon we have left.